Where do I start? Yes, when I was it? Quite young. My ma wanted to get rid of us. She didn't want girls. She wanted boys. That made me feel really, really worthless. Worth nothing. The real people that loved me was my pa and the rest of his family. Unlike my ma, she just wanted to get rid of us and have us adopted out. That's how much she thought of us. She cared that much. She would have come looking. She didn't. Shows you how little we meant. It's nothing worse when you feel like that. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have ended up being a child abuse survivor. Not the sexual kind, but the physical wasn't done by my family, by a bunch of total strangers. The stuff that went on when I was in the kids' home, it was in, Woking, Cinder Grange. Some sort of horrendous stuff went on there. Nobody really cared what happened. Because the place was for people with learning disabilities or difficulties or what, or intellectual disabilities or whatever. And that's why I was treated so badly. Because of that. Because our lives didn't mean nothing back then in the early 60s. It was real bad. That was back in 1965. Was it not long after I was taken from part? That was over about Christmas time. Nobody really cared. No one cared because you had a learning difficulty or whatever, some form of disability or whatever. I couldn't help being born the way I was. And other things as well on top, that's why they did it. That really made me feel as if I wasn't nothing. You got some form of learning problems or whatever you want to call it, slow at picking up on stuff, they treat you like crap. Especially when you're I was about 5 years old when all this happened. Never felt so worthless. I thought I'd tell my story on here, but there's a lot more to it, but it's too long to say. After I was taken from that was after I was taken from part. In the early 60s. Things went from bad to worse. That is why I was always against the world. Because of the way I was treated.